Sure. Welcome to the 747-8 instructional on how to use the IPT. Once you've done your briefing, which will be in this briefing room we're in now, you will then move the students through into the IPT room itself and ask the students to sit down in the seat but not to touch anything just yet. You may find the screens are off, and if they are, then just touch each screen to bring them on. But you may well hopefully find them in this position where all the screens are on but not set up yet. So over to the instructors panel. If you can't face on, that's it. Go to simulated controls and maintenance and power on. That will bring the aircraft screens all on, and that will also, don't worry about that, that's fine, align the IRSs and, sorry, I don't mind, we'll show it later, and with all the engines running. So then we go to simulation, and we are going to aircraft set for a quick setup, and we're going to make the aircraft. There we go, aircraft config quick set, medium weight. Then we go back to position set, and at this point we hold it just there because we need to pre-flight, get the crew to pre-flight the aircraft. So if you'd like to spin yourself round. So this is the what you'll be faced with. Screens are on, you're effectively on the ground with the engines running. So if you could ask the crew to load in a very simple route, Seattle to Seattle, which is the default routing, is the quickest way. You'll get a nav data out of date message a lot, ignore that. And Speedbird 3456, depart, and the runway is 34 right. But that doesn't really matter, to be honest, because it's just, we're going to start the exercise airborne, so it's just to have a route. Any SID at all, so I'm just going to punch the first SID and route, activate, execute. Now we have an active route, perf init, 0 fuel mass, which I'm going to get from my instructor screen, which says 272. Reserves 10. Cruise out, we're going to preload 10,000 feet in just a moment. Cost index 250, and that should do it. We've got fuel tank to engine and heat window right and left, so you can ask the crew to sort this out. Just reset window heat to get rid of the ICAS messages, and have a quick scan around, make sure everything is as it should be for 10,000 feet. You're in the States, so we're going to leave it on QNH, which happens to be 2992 inches. And I think that's it. So back to the instructor panel. Medium air work, 10,000 feet. Now we hit that, but this time we also have to execute. And then reposition is in progress. We just wait now and let it reposition. If you'd like to pan around. We've got an FMC failure, and you'll see this quite regularly. I'm hoping that if we just wait, there we go, we've got the FMCs back. So don't panic too much, don't make sure the guys don't start pushing the buttons, because that may well freeze you up for much longer. So it looks like it's settling itself down. You can see that as soon as you see heading hold and VS appear, your FMAs start to appear, and the message flight freeze is shows, as opposed to repositioning. Now you're safe to ask the guys to come across, make sure that flight directors are on, auto throttle's on, speed 250 is fine. Let's engage auto throttle with the speed button. Let's go for heading cell, altitude hold, center autopilot, and we've got a landing alt message and an FMC message. Let's just see whether it's still got a route in here. Yeah, there's no active route, that's why. So we're just going to, for some reason, when the FMC's done, so I'm just going to reactivate this route. I'm going direct to Dover, activate, execute, and hopefully that'll get rid of this message. There we go. And I'm going to engage, I'm going to keep it in heading cell for now. So you'll have a few problems that could come up, I'm sure. No 2 days will be the same. Try things out, and as I said, if you do have situations that you can't resolve, pick up the phone and speak to the engineers. Okay?
Sure.
Next we're ready to introduce some non-normals. So we have that was how you would have this status you'd have an in-flight freeze. So select flight freeze off, and then we want to go to failures and radio stations. So failures, and now it gives you a list of the aircraft systems. We want air systems, pneumatics, to introduce a bleed fault. And we're going to go to, scroll down, where was it? Oh, bleed air overheat. Engine 1, execute, and then wait 20 seconds until you get the ICAS. Okay, you can cut that. Okay, so engine severe damage exercise. Failures, engine, which I selected earlier, which is why it's darkened, and scroll down to the failure you require. Today's severe damage N1 and N2 seems to work well. Select your engine of choice and execute that. I then recommend that you tell the crew that they're also experiencing associated vibration as well, prompting them to go into the engine severe damage checklist. The aircraft is turning back towards Seattle.
Okay.
So,
Mike, got engine 4 failure message.
check, and also associated with high vibration.
Yeah.
Don't like that. I'm feeling engine 4 severe damage checklist, I think.
So
Okay.
reset the master caution. So engine 4 severe damage checklist.
Yes.
Number 4 thrust lever.
Confirmed.
Alright. Number 4 fuel control switch.
Confirmed.
That's off. Number 4 engine fire switch.
Confirmed.
Oh. Yeah, some memory items.
Wait, check my radios.
So non-normal menu. Unenunciated checklist. Engine severe damage separation 4. Engine severe damage separation 4. Condition: one or more of these occurs in engine 4. Airframe vibrations with abnormal engine indications. Engine separation. Check. Continue. High airframe vibration occurs and continues after engine shutdown.
Negative.
No. Transponder mode selector TA only.
Check.
Continue. Plan to land at the nearest suitable airport. Check. Inhibited checklist, engine 4 fail. So that's engine severe damage, separation 4, checklist complete.
Thanks very much. And cancel.
So engine 4 shutdown, what we know about that.